Hi, Vishu and Saskia. It would be better if you can switch on your video.
Yeah, yes,
Yeah.
I'm trying to. Yeah. All right. Hello, students. Let's see, you're muted.
Yeah, this is something we always forget to do, right?
Yep.
Unmute ourselves.
We never learn.
So how are students finding the classes so far? What are the challenges that you're facing? You can also talk about more general issues apart from, questions specific to the week.
Yeah, I'm curious, how is the whole course going for students?
Yeah. So because for us also it's a very different experience. We record when none of you are here, right? And then the recordings becomes available to you. So it's also challenging for us to gauge where are the difficulties that you're facing. So feel free to let us know your general views also.
I'm curious, like which lectures have been easy or difficult or that you found interesting, or the level of the course? The whole thing is interesting to me.
Saskia, do you want to discuss some questions in the assignment that also we can do? Like, if you think that will be like tricky, so
We
that
can, sure, yeah, let's see, I have the assignment up here. Well, first, is there, you students who are here, are there any questions from the week 4 assignment that that you would like to, that you tried and got confused about or would like to discuss? Just first, any of these.
So are there specific questions from assignment 4 that you would like us to discuss? So there were two parts to this week, which is the first part I covered Lord Terra competition models, right? And I understand that for some of you uh, who have not had mathematics for a long time, some of it might have been quite challenging, which is totally understandable. Okay. And the second part of it on meta population and spatial ecology was covered by Professor Saskia. So any questions on either of the parts?
uh, Vishu, there is some general comments in the chat box
Uh-huh.
saying
Okay.
that the courses is interesting.
Uh-huh. Okay, there's some, okay, from Dr. Rahul Kumar, right? I attended your lecture at ISEB.
Oh, yeah.
That was your talk, right, Saskia? Yeah.
Yes,
The course
that's
is
right.
great
Yeah,
because I am in job. I'm going slowly but doing assignments regularly. That is fantastic.
that's good.
Interesting to know that people in job are also finding it interesting. Dr. Rahul Kumar, would you mind mentioning what is your background? Are you a professor right now? Are you a postdoc? What exactly do you do right now?
Uh, Hello, sir. I am I am currently working as assistant professor in a college of Magadh University, Bodh Gaya,
I see.
and, and I am teaching zoology.
Oh, excellent. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
So you think this course will be good for your teaching?
Yes, ma'am. I
Yeah.
actually I have learned ecology during my graduation and masters, but I did not learn in this elaborate way like it is given here, and also it is quite mathematical. So we generally learn from referring only few books, like we learned from Odum and So all those quantitative ecology stuffs, these are new for us. So I am also, whatever I am learning, I am also sharing with my students that ecology can be learned this way also.
Okay, that's great to hear.
Yeah, it's good.
And Gagandeep Kaur also has a comment. Good evening, professors. Lectures have been interesting so far. Thank you. So, what is your background, Gagandeep?
Hi, good evening. Am I audible?
Yes,
Yes.
yes, you're audible. Yes.
Yeah, so currently I have completed my master's in zoology
Mhm.
and I am heading towards getting enrolled in a PhD, trying to prepare for exams only.
Okay, excellent. Okay, I hope the course will be helpful for your preparations.
Yes, yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So if you did the assignment, if you did the questions in the assignments, any of you, is there any of the questions you'd like us to go over from the assignment? Or from the lecture, but more specifically from the assignment if you did it?
Saskia, is it me or I don't know whether there is a break in your voice?
Oh,
Uh,
I don't know. Let's see, am I not?
I'm able to hear well. I'm able to hear well.
Yeah, I don't see any indication it's going badly.
oh,
I'm
okay. Maybe it's
hear
my
well.
connection.
Yeah,
But my own connection is not great, but I'm able to hear Saskia well.
okay. Let's see, they're asking about, somebody is asking about question number 4. So, oh, okay, this is for me. Okay, so this is from the assignment, and the questions is, a researcher studied a rodent species along a transect across a valley and up a mountain slope. After several years of study, she found that the population sizes fluctuated synchronously over the whole transect. This could be due to which one or more of the following factors? Okay, and the 4 factors that were offered are stochasticity, so that would be random fluctuations in population sizes, high dispersal rate, shared mobile predators, or shared niches. Okay, so the answers that I chose for that as correct were shared mobile predators and high dispersal rate, and I could explain why. So what's happening in this scenario is that down in the valley and up on the mountainside, the population sizes of the rodents are either going up or going down at the same time. So meaning that they're not like large in the valley at the same time as they're small on the mountainside, or just sort of randomly different from each other in different locations, that the population sizes are spatially synchronized. And so I was trying to get at, in this question, I was trying to get at what could be the mechanism that would make them spatially synchronized. So one mechanism is that they are all one population. So they're like very mobile, and you're seeing a lot at the top and a lot down in the valley because they're moving around a lot. So it's not, they're sort of the same individuals are at the top and the bottom. So overall, the population is doing well or it's doing poorly, and it's all one big population. So that would be high rate of dispersal. A second mechanism could be that the population sizes being big or small is explained by, say, a disease or a predator. And that would be, if there was a disease or a predator that was wide ranging, then it would affect individuals high up and it would affect individuals that were low down at the same time. And so it would affect the whole set of sample sites in the same way all over the space. So those are the 2 correct answers. Stochasticity is clearly a wrong answer, because if there was a lot of stochasticity, then you would expect that the different sites where you sampled would be big or small, kind of uncorrelated with each other, just at randomly and not spatially synchronized. And then shared niches is just kind of a wrong answer, because in a sense, of course, it's all one species, so it's all in one niche. So that in itself wouldn't really be the correct answer. Is that clear? You want more different explanation? And this is like this question I took from the example I gave. And so if you go back in the video, you'll see there's an example. Instead of rodent species, it's butterfly. Instead of rodents, it's butterflies. And there's examples of synchronized and unsynchronized populations. More questions?
Hi students, the course will wind up if you are not asking any questions. So it'll be better if you ask really.
Were our lectures also clear, that you all understand it? There's surely there's some parts of it that you can remember that you'd like some clarification of.
Let me just, if there are no questions, let me just make one general point with regards to competition between two species, right? So if you look at equations and all, it might appear very overwhelming. Okay, so one possible way you can sort of get a good intuition is to sort of draw that picture of, draw that graph of, right, how the relative strength of interspecies competition to intraspecies competition. So you might remember alpha and beta that I used, symbols that I used, right? And then depending on, once you draw, if you should go back to that, that part of the video where I just focus on that graph of alpha on the x-axis, beta on the y-axis. Okay, and depending on the values of alpha and beta, right, you can determine which competition is more dominant. Is it the intraspecific competition that is more dominant? Is it the interspecific competition that is more dominant, right? So now sort of one can now intuitively argue what are the possible outcomes based on that, which, where exactly, which quadrant of that alpha beta space that the parameters lie. Okay, so that would be one way to sort of get a general intuition of and also a way to remember subtle points, because for those of you, especially if you find the mathematics part difficult, but I think this is the nice ecological way of summarizing what are the ecological effects and what are the possible outcomes. So, just focus on that part of the lecture where I summarize, how to interpret alpha, how to interpret beta, and then in the alpha beta axis, depending on the strengths of alpha and beta, which competition is more dominant. And then now once you know those parameter values, you can now make predictions about which species will outcompete the other.
There's enough people here that whatever question you have, I'm sure somebody else has the same question. So you should really feel free to ask.
I think we can wait for some more time, like few minutes, and if no question
Yeah,
comes, then
that's good. And
we,
actually,
am I audible?
in the discussion forum, there have been quite a few good questions, and we have tried to answer as much as possible there, right? I think, although there are a few questions here, I do see that the activity in the Q&A forum is quite good.
Mhm.
At least for the week, for the part that I
Hi, Saskia.
very good
Am I
question.
audible?
Yes, you're audible. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I've looked at the discussion forum questions and there's seems like lots of good questions there. And you guys should also ask questions there. But I agree, there's some good ones. Okay, you guys, are you sure you don't have any questions for us? Otherwise, we don't really need to be here, so, you know, you're here and you've got us. Can you think of any questions? Otherwise, we'll just close and you could ask your questions in the, Google Q&A.
I
Yeah,
Satya,
we can
I
wind.
think we can wind up.
Go ahead, Pravita.
We can wind up, I think.
I guess so, yeah, unless, yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
Thank you, everyone. Please post questions on the Q&A forum if that is what you are more comfortable with. We will be happy to answer as and all the questions that you post.
Okay, sir. I'll wind up for everyone.
Thank you.